Good morning, guys. So, I just wanted to kind of update you on my prenatal appointment and just some life things in general. Yesterday, I went for my 19-week appointment to see my midwives. Um, and it's just the basic prenatal appointment at this point. You like kind of get in the middle of your pregnancy, and all the appointments kind of look the same. Nothing super exciting is happening. So they did just regular general things like listen to the heartbeat. The baby's heartbeat was 153. And one of the things that she said was that it was kind of muffled, like maybe there was a cord or something in front. So they are still kind of thinking that maybe I have a frontal placenta, which is nothing to be concerned about. Sometimes it's just harder for doctors and even midwives to feel the position of the baby really early, like earlier on. But as the baby gets bigger and everything progresses, then that's not a problem. So really there's no issue with having your placenta in the front, because I have never been told that my placenta was in the front. And so I was kind of like, what does that mean? And so they really put my mind at ease, letting me know that it really means nothing at all. So, but she was immediately able to pick up the baby's heartbeat, which really, really put my mind at ease, because the last couple of appointments, we've heard the baby's heartbeat, but it's taken them a while to kind of find the baby. So leave it to one of my kids to just run around and not want to cooperate and let us hear the baby. But 153. So I am carrying very low, which is very odd for me because I have 3 boys and 1 girl. And I don't remember a lot of this, but my husband remembers it. And I guess I've always carried really high with my boys and very low with my daughter. I have been having a lot of back pains and cramping and things like that. So that has been a little bit of a fright and concern, that I'm like, oh no, hopefully it's not back labor, because I did have back labor with my daughter and it was the worst. So I'm hoping that that kind of subsides later on throughout the pregnancy. But they think that I might possibly have a UTI. So they took a urine sample. They're going to test that and let me know. They were able to do like a stick with my urine and find out that I was a little high with my ketones, which doesn't really surprise me because all I want to eat is bread. Bread and meat, but I have been craving a lot of fruits and vegetables as of late, but the staple is bread, and it has to be like really dry bread. I don't like anything on it. And so it's not a surprise that my ketones were a bit high. Coffee. I've been craving coffee, which is so exciting to me because I love coffee so much. And the last 5 months, I haven't wanted coffee. The smell of it, the taste of it just makes me want to gag. My husband takes me to breakfast on Saturdays, and whenever I will go, I'll get a coffee and I'll drink about half of it, and then that's about all I can handle. But this morning I woke up like just really craving coffee, and I got a coffee at Starbucks yesterday. So probably don't need to be drinking Death Wish coffee, which is the brand I'm drinking. I probably need to drink some kind of decaf coffee, and so I will probably switch that, but the taste is really kind of satisfying to me at this point. So, okay, so back to the appointment. Like I said, it was a very general appointment. My midwives just asked me if I had any questions, any kind of concerns, any kind of things like that. They did say that I'm kind of showing that I'm a little probably mineral deficient. So my water I get out of my refrigerator. It's just filtered water straight out of my refrigerator. And they said many times whenever it goes through a filter, it is stripped of all of the minerals. So they sent me a link to order some mineral drops to put into my water so that it will help get some of the minerals back into my system. And also, she asked about heartburn and indigestion, and I said, yes, I was having a lot of heartburn and indigestion, especially late at night, especially after I eat a bowl of cereal late at night. But she said that I needed to get papaya enzymes, that the apple cider vinegar, which is usually what I do if I have any kind of heartburn, is hard to carry around in your purse. Like, I don't normally do that. If I have heartburn and I'm not at home, I just deal with the heartburn. And I do have Tums in my purse, but they're kind of sweet, so they almost make me sick. So she said papaya enzymes are really good for heartburn and indigestion. So I'm going to be getting some papaya enzymes. So if you didn't know that, that is what midwives will recommend for heartburn and indigestion is papaya enzymes. So I thought that was really, really kind of cool. So they checked my fundal height. I'm actually measuring a week ahead, which could just be an off measurement. It could be that I am a week further along, or it could mean that I have a big baby. The big baby thing's not, it's not going to be a thing because I've had 4 children and my largest was 6 pounds 14 ounces. I do not have big babies, so never had one over 7 pounds. So to have one over 7 pounds would be shocking to me. But this entire time I went back and forth between I don't know if it's a boy, I don't know if it's a girl, and my husband's been really good about being like, just let God, let it be what it is. But as the mom, I'm like, oh, I want to know, and so I've been trying to just set in it and just allow it, but I have found myself a lot saying she. But then yesterday, after like the low heartbeat and lower heartbeat and just a couple of different things, I'm kind of going back to like boy. So I don't know if there's a boy or a girl in there. We don't want to find out. So at the anatomy scan next week, I have to be very clear to the ultrasound tech that I do not want to know what the gender of the baby is. Okay. So, but everything looks really well, really good. And we talked about my weight gain. It depends on the day. Some days I've gained 6 pounds. Some days I've gained 7 pounds. It just kind of depends on the day that I weigh. But she said that was on the low spectrum. So I am completely fine with how much weight I've gained, because these next couple months, I'm sure I'm going to be picking up quite a bit of weight. So, nothing to be concerned about or anything. So that was about all that happened at the midwife appointment. There wasn't, much, but I am definitely showing the baby moves a lot and kicks a lot. My husband actually felt the baby yesterday. We've kind of felt some, like the rolling and stuff. I've been feeling kicking for a few weeks now, and he was able to feel yesterday. So that was kind of really precious moment. But the baby gets very active at night, and I already told my husband, I was like, so I'm not a night out at all. And so I told him, I said, you are going to have to just hold the baby and rock the baby at night, because it sounds like the baby, is going to be up late at night. And then you can just bring the baby to me whenever he or she needs to feed. And he's like, I am 100% down with that. So I think we already got a system worked out until we get the baby on our schedule, which is another thing. A lot of parents think that, oh my goodness, this is horrible. This baby never sleeps. I cannot get the baby to sleep. There are tricks that you can do to schedule your infant to your schedule. So don't stress out about losing sleep. Breastfeeding mamas most likely are going to be waking up a couple times at night to feed, and that's fine. But I'm talking about them wanting to stay up late at night, or stay up at night and be asleep during the day. There are tricks and different things that you can do to get them on your schedule. So that's something that you should not be worried about. It's something that you can kind of manipulate. So if you would like to know how to do that, just send me a message and I will let you know how we have been able to get all of our children on our own sleep schedule within the first week of their birth. So let's see here. I have been experiencing a few headaches, but it's mostly because I'm towards the end of my school year, and so I'm doing a lot of testing. So I'm on my screen a lot. I am staring at my computer 6 to 8 hours a day. And so it has caused me to have a little bit of a headache. But I had a doula friend of mine sent me over a rosemary plant. And so if I start to get a headache, I take off 3 sprigs of rosemary and I eat the rosemary. And that really has seemed to help quite a bit. I've also been seeing a chiropractor. I go to the chiropractor twice a week. She said everything's healing up really nice. So I'm now only having to see the chiropractor once a week. which is also really good for preparation for labor and delivery because it aligns everything. And so just those different things that we're trying to work out. So that's just kind of helped with my headache. Another thing that kind of helps with my headache and my cramping is one of our bathrooms has been completely remodeled and is usable. The other one should be finished this week. So everybody's been working really hard trying to get both of our bathrooms remodeled. I had only walk-in showers and I really needed a bathtub. So we have remodeled both bathrooms. So my new nightly routine is after dinner and cleanup and just kind of relaxing a little bit, I go and I sit in a hot bubble bath and read a book. So it's been wonderful, but it really does help with the aches and the pains and my headache, and it helps me relax and sleep a little bit better at night. So it really has been quite a blessing to have those bathtubs. But anyway, some of just some life changes. I've had some people ask me about a baby shower, and my principal and my teacher team, they are actually going to throw me a baby shower at the end of May. So I'll have that. But to have the traditional baby shower, I opted out of that. It's just kind of one of those things that I just feel really selfish having another baby shower because this is baby number 5. So it's a lot of money for somebody to throw somebody else a baby shower. I mean, they got to get the cake, the food, the decorations, they got to rent out the venue. It's just a lot. So, and we're kind of in a position to where we can get what we need to get. So, I did create like an Amazon registry list and I sent that out, but that's about all we're going to do. So there won't be like a traditional baby shower. One of the other things is that school is coming to a close. I have about 6 weeks of employment left. And then I made the decision to step away from education for a while and just be wife and mom, especially with the new baby. And my 6-year-old, he really needs more attention. He's very advanced, very smart. So it's not like he needs more attention because he's not understanding things, but he doesn't need to be doing schooling by himself when he's 6. So I really want to have more opportunity and time to sit down with him and work with him on things. And so I'm so excited about that. And I've been just trying to find ways to get back to like a simpler type of lifestyle. And so I am doing things like I started sourdough again. So we'll see how well that goes. Started sourdough again. I am learning how to make my own flour tortillas so that we don't have to buy tortillas. Today I made homemade tortilla chips with some soup. I used to make my own laundry soap, but I didn't like it, but I found a new recipe. So I'm going to be attempting to make some laundry soap again. Things like bath salts, all natural cleaners, just little things like that are actually money saving tips too, because you don't have to spend all that money at the store. You can do, all of those things. One thing that I do is when the baby gets a little bit older, I go straight to cloth diapers. So we don't use a great deal of diapers because I potty train with cloth diapers, or I just potty train them naked. But at that point, I quit using diapers altogether. So that kind of helps a little bit too. So there's just a lot of different things that you can do at home to save some money and stuff. And it's just been so it's been wonderful because I feel so good, like being able to get my hands into something, and knead dough and fix more meals, because it just doesn't seem as rushed right now because school really is starting to slow down. And so I'm able to have a little bit more time. So anyway, I'm rambling and this is already like 15 minutes long. So, yeah. So people keep asking me, I've had some of them, and most of it's like family, like how many kids are you going to have? And I thought I was done after 3. I thought I was not going to have any more kids. I was really, really done because doctors told me physically I could not have any more children. 10 years later, we had Silas, and he's been the absolute best blessing in our entire life. For the entire family. He's been such a blessing for his siblings and my husband and myself. And then I really thought I was done. And then I had found out I was pregnant with this one, and I was in shock for quite a time. It took me a little time to, dear Lord, I can't even talk. The pregnancy brain is just messing with my speech. It took me a while to accept the fact that I was pregnant. And now I'm like, who cares? What if I have 3 or 4 more? I don't really care. If we can love our children, if we can take care of our children, if financially we are stable enough to take care of our family, if it's not my other kids are constantly watching my younger kids, then I don't understand what the problem is with having a big family. What is this thought process in our society today that says 2 children max and that's a family? I don't understand why big families are so frowned upon. Especially if you can take care of them, mentally and physically take care of them. I mean, I'll just love them all. So it just kind of breaks my heart that we put a limit on how big families are supposed to get. So that's been kind of my mindset now that I'm pregnant again. I'm like, bring them on. I'll have some more kids if I need to, but it is what it is. Everybody has their own opinion and stuff, but that's the problem, is that we all want to voice our opinions whenever we don't really need everybody's opinion all the time. So, and I'm just as guilty, of it. I've also have other mamas telling me, different things like how to do things or what I should be doing because that's how their pregnancy went. And I'm very, very nice. And I'm just like, thank you, kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm like, I've done this 4 times and none of my 4 pregnancies ever looked the same. Everything was different. So for you to try to tell me how to do it, it doesn't really fit because each pregnancy is different. So you just kind of experience something new whenever you're actually on that journey and that adventure. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at this month. I'm excited for my anatomy scan on Monday, and then it just feels like it's speeding up. It just feels like it's so fast. I don't understand how this has just went on. So it's just, everything has just happened so quickly. But still, I'm not feeling very good today. Like itchy eyes, nose, just tired. So I don't know if it's like some kind of a cold or whatever. But I do get moody. I've had kind of a bad attitude the last couple of weeks, which I feel really guilty and bad about. But I've had a bad attitude the last couple of weeks. Little things just kind of set me off. Not feeling good, hurting. That's a lot of that's a lot of why I get so cranky. This morning I was already I wasn't in a mood, but I was just kind of in a funk because I didn't feel very well. And as my husband left for work, he just, told me to count my blessings basically, and that, to live in this day, that this day was a blessing. And so that really kind of helped set my eyesight a little bit more towards the good of the day, and not so much that I don't feel very well, but that I'm in a house that's warm and it's raining outside and it's still warm in here. And although I don't feel super great, I'm not in a hospital or I'm not, laying in my bed. Like, there are just other things that could be worse. So it's just counting my blessings and stuff. So sometimes I need those reminders. As adults, we need reminders just as much. So anyway, that's about all I got. So if you have any questions on anything, like how to get your baby on your schedule, how I started my sourdough, flour tortilla, like anything like that, like just any kind of homesteading, homeschooling, pregnancy questions or whatever, feel free to reach out and ask me. I can promise you that I won't always have all the answers, but I can try and I can tell you what I know. So I'm learning just along with everyone else. So also, if you want to follow, my Facebook page is At Home with Mama, and it's MAMA. And there I post recipes, I post pregnancy things, foraging, all different kinds of things. And my Instagram is Natasha Heisley. I think the tag is just in Heisley. So anyway, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me there. Have a great day, guys, and I will talk to you in about 4 weeks.